washing line. The washing line stretches out across the garden, bare, until two sets of adult clothes appear, pegged to it. A year goes by, until two sets of adult clothes appear, pegged to it. Oh, yeah, I jumped. And baby clothes also populate the line, full of colour and wonder. As these clothes grow into young children's clothes, new baby clothes accompany them on their stationary journey. As years go on, the children's clothes become teenager clothes. They seem to keep their distance from the adult clothes until they disappear altogether. The two sets of adult clothes become closer, as it is only then now. There are storms. One set of the adults' clothes are almost blown away. This is only holding on by one peg. The other set of adult clothes try to protect it, try to keep it there. Inevitably, the clothes endure a huge storm. The final peg gives up. There is only one set of adult clothes on the line. It carries on hanging on, but with less apparent enthusiasm. After another almighty storm, it lets go. There are no more clothes on the washing line. A year goes by. Then two sets of adult clothes appear on the line, like musical notes in a song that never ends.
Nice.
Whether this is a poem or not, I don't know. We'll find out. It's called A Long Walk with the Weird Guy. Down with rain, we thought, as Nigel and I walked down a pissed upon Kenton Road after an Art Foundation end-of-year disco. The only thing we had in common was loneliness, and that neither of us had managed to get a place in the art degree course, and that we had a love for Amanda Fitzgerald, of the unrequited kind, which apparently is the worst kind of love to have. But we carried on walking down that road, since we both used the same route. Kenton Road. Oh, what a boring road. Even if you got to the end of it, you're still in Harrow. We didn't wait for a bus. We were filled too much with youthful impatience. And umbrellas? We used no stinking umbrellas. Weird loser. That's what everyone said about Nigel. Certainly they never said that about me. They're more likely to have said weird winner. Anyway, I was talking about Nigel. With his strange, fishy eyes and long trench coat, which made him appear to hover, not walk. He was seen as the phantom of the college, as well as a potential serial killer. When he first attached himself to me, I regarded him as a piece of chewing gum stuck to my shoes. I thought his kind of bad luck was contagious, and hoped that I could scrape him off, but was nice to his face. Aimlessly, he haunted the Art Foundation canteen, his fishy eyes never seeming to blink, always open, staring all the time. I guess he forced his eyelids not to shut to maximize the possibility of catching a glimpse of Amanda. Though she was more than a visual experience, she had a voice too. Oh, what a voice. Deep, cool and sensual, like the bottom of an ocean. If I had sank down to the bottom of an ocean, I couldn't have thought of anyone that I'd more want to see. Nigel didn't know how bad I had it for Amanda and would often ask my advice about how he should win her. Naturally enough, I sabotaged him. Didn't make any difference, she already had a boyfriend. Yes, very handsome he was. Met him at the end of the year disco. He took a look at us as we hung on Amanda's every word and said, "Forget it."
Done. Forget it.
I'll go on. Our hair as wet as hair could get, we trundled past the Traveller's Rest steakhouse as the lights were off. No one was eating steak as we were going past, unless they were eating steak in the dark. After that Art Foundation disco, we lost touch. Our routes had changed. The last I heard, he had been arrested for stealing someone's bicycle. I could only suppose he couldn't ride a bike fast enough to get away with it. But on that saturated Friday evening, all those years ago, we stopped at a chippy, and for a moment, as he ate, his secret, magnificent glory was exposed. I realised what a bastard sheep I was for believing in what the majority had said. Despite all the shit and disappointment going on in his life, he ate those chips with such a dignity, I thought that the iris in his always open, fishy eyes would ignite. I learnt more at that moment than in that whole damn Art Foundation course. Now I think to myself each time as I turn off the lights, oh please God, let there be a lot more rainy nights.